What's going on, Tri-Cities and my fellow real estate lovers? Todd Watkins here with eXp Realty and Team Powerhouse. Just want to let you guys know that we are the only brokerage in town that is coronavirus free within our office. We do not allow coronavirus on the premises. I don't know about the rest of the other brokerages that you guys have been talking with, but they are not doing their part. Just like all the schools and everywhere else that has no weapons posted signs, we are coronavirus free, right? So anyways, having a little fun, a little humor with that. Just wrapping up an afternoon session of making some phone calls, but just talking to people right now. There is a sense of people, well, being concerned, I guess, is maybe a good thing, or how about the fear of the unknown is probably a better way to put it. We as a humanity, or as public, we tend to fear things that we don't understand. And this virus, this is something that, well, we can't even see it. So how the heck are we supposed to combat it? And, I know I had posted another video the other day, or I shouldn't say video, but a post saying, you know what? We just need to remain calm. The swine flu, it had quite the effect on us several years ago, but its rate for infection, death rate, I believe, was just as bad as what this is. However, this is being, I don't want to say it's being hyped up, but this is being placated where it's the fear of the unknown. We don't know what's going on. And the only thing that we can do is we need to focus on what we can control. And here's what I know that we can control. Or I should say, here's what I know, is that we have been very fortunate to live, for us to live in the most amazing country in the world. We live in a land that we've got the brightest minds in this country. We have the best healthcare system in the world. We are here in the land of the free, home of the brave. I mean, for heaven's sakes, we were the first people to put a person on the moon. If there is something that needs to be done, that needs to be figured out by a country, there's no other country that I'm going to bet on more than us. Because darn it, we are the best, and we deserve the best. And it's something that we need to focus on what we can control. And one of the things that we can control is how we react to situations, what we do with things. And I think it was best said with oh man, I am forgetting the president's name right now. But the only thing that we have to fear is fear itself. Just like in World War II, when the Japanese said that they feared that they had awoken the sleeping giant. That's the same thing that's happening right now. You're seeing it across the country, where the private parties, or the private citizens, private companies are coming together with the government, and we are getting together, and they're going to figure out a cure. Yeah, there is no cure for this flu. And yes, this flu is not really a flu. It's a pandemic that is pretty crazy. But let's keep in mind that it is still at 98% survival rate. And my heart goes out for those 2% that do not, or I should say, that are not fortunate enough to survive. It's unfortunate, and I don't want to be callous with that, because my heart's going to break if it happens to one of my family members. It breaks for everybody that's out there. But what I do know is that we are the greatest country in the world, and we need to stop the madness. We need to stop freaking out with things that are going on. Stay home. Follow what the CDC has done. Do what we've been taught to do as freaking kindergartners, right? I mean, wash our hands. Cover your cough. Cover your sneeze. What are we doing? Don't be out unless you have to be in the public. Go out and go to the store, get out, get in, get out, go home, and quit it. Quit freaking out, I should say. This is something where we are trying to grasp and control a situation that we can't. So let's focus on what we can control. And what we can control is how many people we expose ourselves to every day, how many times we wash our hands, how often we cover our cough or do things. And if you know you're sick, then stay away from everybody else. Put a mask on. Be responsible. Try not to spread diseases around with and I guess that's something, and I know we don't do it on purpose, but this is something where we too shall get through this. Now, and I will tell you that our country, we are going to see things. It's going to get worse before it gets better, for sure. I hope I'm wrong, but we're going to see things in quarter 3, quarter 4 of this year that we're going to see where we're going to have effects with the rest of the world not working, not producing. And I'm concerned to see what's going to go on with things with our children, not being in school. Are my kids going to be any dumber? Probably not. Thankfully, they're still young enough to where they can still recover, and their mom's a valedictorian, and so she likes to remind me every day that she's a lot smarter than me. And you know what? I've never said I was, and I'll definitely never be the first person to say that I'm the sharpest tool in the shed. But what I do know is that our country as a whole, when we come together and we fight for something or put our minds to it, this is something that we can overcome. This too will be something else that we overcome, just like the swine flu, just like 9/11, just like when Pearl Harbor was bombed and attacked, and we were surprise attacked by the Japanese. These are all things that brought our country together, that made us stronger. This is what we do. This is what Americanism is. This is what we do. We stand up when the rest of the world is falling apart. We are a beacon of light, and we need to be leaders, not just for ourselves, but for our country, for all of our companies that we work with, within our communities. And we need to be better people. This is a great reminder for us that life is short. This is something that we need to make every minute count for what we're doing, because we don't know what's going to happen, and we need to be better than what we were, and we need to leave this world in a better place than what we found it as well. So I love you all. If there's anything I can do to support you guys, be happy to help out. And as always, I'm always here to help with any of your real estate needs. You can always reach me on my cell at 509-947-3741. And if you want to know more about why I closed my own brokerage and joined a online brokerage where I don't have to talk to people to go in and see my broker, I can get all the support I want 24/7 right from an online based model that has virtually no expense to run. I mean, I saved 50% of my expenses by going to this online based model, and making a lot more money, a lot happier, less stress. So once again, call or text 509-947-3741. Hope you're having a great day. God bless America.